the pressures to live up to everybody else's expectations of you. And then like when we deal with loss, because you lost somebody close to you during your playing career. I lost my father during my playing career. Mama Miles was battling for her life during the playing career. But we still have a job to do. We still have to be on. Like, how did you guys persevere and push through those adverse moments?
For me, I say like dealing with when Lee passed, my brother got killed. Like me being 45 now and being able to look back at that period of time, hell no, I didn't handle it right. I went straight to the bottle. Yeah. I went straight to the bottom. I went straight to, I'm about to, anybody say anything I don't like, I'm about to turn the lights off in this bitch. Yeah. Anybody, anytime. Like, and I, like literally looking back and recounting, I didn't talk, like I didn't like, I'm tight as hell with Eddie Curry, with Nate Rod, Wilson Chandler. Eddie and Nate were there for the whole thing. And like, we talk about it sometime and it's like, when I hear them say some of the stuff, it was bro, you was tripping, bro. Like, bro, when I say, bro, you was not this dude you are now, nah. Far gone. Like, bro, going to the club, trying to be on bullshit, everything. He was like, bro, nobody, anything, if your wires got crossed, it was all bets off. Yeah. Everything up now. Yeah. Every day in practice, every day in there. And then it was like, because Nate don't drink. Nate like, bro, we'll go out, it's me, you, and like one other person, and you get like 3 bottles. I don't drink. And like that was just like literally, and it was like I was telling my wife that like, you remember you was in Orlando. I can remember coming to play in Orlando, and we beating y'all, right? I got like an and one or something. It's him and Trev. Trev like, talking about how I look big, like, yo, big ass, you just knocking people out the way. Like, they laughing, like, God damn, cute. Like, and it was funny because I still could do the same shit, but it was like, I didn't even see that. Like, it was like, I'm living it, right? I'm getting on scales, I'm being told you gotta gain weight, but like, bro, I promise you, I don't even know how to explain it. I didn't see that until I was removed from the situation. I'll never forget it. I'm coming into Miami, going to see the Heat, and this, that, and the third. First thing they do, you don't even go to the hotel, get dropped off. You went straight to the arena. Coming to the arena, I still got my bag, like my travel bag. Bill Ferrin, you know. Great day to live, Bill Ferrin, he chomped at the bit. He can't wait. He like, all right, strip down to your boxers. We're going to do weight and body fat. I'm like, the fuck? He like, yeah, that's first thing. He like, we got to do that. That Pat want me to send it up there before you even talk to him. Like that, like he do my weight and body fat, got the little pink sticky, and he send it up to Pat before I even get up there. So when I get up there to talk to Pat like, yeah. Like, I already know everything about you. I already know you loving the nightlife in New York, you drinking plenty, you doing this and that. He like, look, this is how this goes. There's no this shot and another shot. Like, you either do this or you don't. He like, we traded you for Mark Blunt. Mark Blunt was sent home in like January of last year, so he was not around the team. It doesn't matter. So like, we giving, like, if you gonna do this, you either are or you ain't, because we'll send you home. It don't matter. Like, I'm telling you, we just did this to the last guy that we traded you for. Like, so if you're not gonna do this, he was like, if we hear about you drinking in the room, any of this shit, like, we know the whole, we putting you in the hotel, so we find some shit out that's going down. You gone. No second chance. And bro, I'm there when no D Wade, no D Wright, UD and James Jones the only ones there. Mm-hmm. And like the first day, like it was crazy. Like I said, because like the whole time in New York, 2-3 years, they trying to get me lose weight, I'm doing whatever. I'm seeing it. Like when I got on that scale, looked at it, did the body fat, then go up there, talk to Riley, and he's sitting there. So then when I get back down, I'm sitting there, I'm like, this like the first day in like 3 years I'm seeing myself, bro. Like I'm sitting there, for real, I started crying. I was like, what the fuck is you doing? And then I persisted to lose fucking 50 pounds in like 4.5 weeks. Like that's how I know that a switch went off somewhere where I really just woke up like, boy, you tripping.
We wasn't having these conversations about mental health, about trauma.
I didn't even, they tried to make me, the Knicks they forced me, bro. After I had an episode in practice, Mo, you know how you just be hooping, you in practicing, motherfucker score like bitch ass nigga, something like that, right? Mo Taylor scored, said something like that to me. He running back, I grab the ball. hit him in the back with the ball. Now Mo Taylor ain't no little motherfucker. Mo Taylor 6'8", bear. Wolverine, Michigan Wolverine, he like that. He really, and like, he even knew, like, cause like he could have came and probably mashed me, bro. But like he turned around like, hey, you just what the fuck, bro? Like you need to chill. Like you throwing a ball at me. Like what the fuck is wrong with you? Like I was, I'm like yeah, like on that, and I was like, bro. After that, the whole thing with Marbury happened. After that, Zeke was like, yeah, I can't let you come back until you go see somebody. You know what I'm saying? He was like, I'm like, him and the team doctor. I'm like, what you mean? He like, you held the practice hostage for 2.5, 3 hours. He was like, none of us have seen somebody maintain a level of anger for that long. Like, you need to see somebody. So they was like, you can't come back to practice to a game or nothing until you agree to see this therapist person. Bro, I said no with that therapist. When I first sat down, she said, this was before the Christmas party. So I'm in the practice facility. She's sitting in, I think she might have been Zeke office we did it in. Sitting in there, she telling me all these different athletes she didn't work with. I don't give a fuck. They not me. That's all I'm saying to her. She like, well, you have to be here for an hour so we could talk or you could just sit here. I said, you could do whatever you like. I'm going to sit right here. And I don't talk to people like you. I talk to my family. I talk to my sister. I talk to my father. I talk to my partner. I ain't talk. You a stranger. You don't know me. You can't help me. That was my whole outlook on it. I was like, and I felt like I was for real. Like I was like, therapy for rich people. That's not what we do. Like that was how I looked at it. That was what I thought of it. That was how I looked at it and everything. And I like, you know what I'm saying? And like I did that day, and I ain't never had to do that shit again. I went back to practice and I was cool. And so, like, I didn't start dealing with therapy until bitch down there. I think I was retired by the time I started really doing therapy.
Shout out to Dr. B. Yeah, shout out to Dr. B. Lord rest his soul.
Yeah, that was crazy. And he was really like, he was really somebody who I was vibing with and like kind of, you know, locking in. And then he passed, and then, you know, obviously I've still been still doing therapy and stuff. Yeah, I'm still doing it, but like before then, Well, I appreciate, you know, your vulnerability in that. And D, I'm gonna kind of ask you the same thing because like your career like went like these waves, right? You started out, you hit the ground running, right? Then you get traded to Cleveland. Then you start having issues in your body and things like that. Mama Miles got sick during that time. You know what I mean? All these different things started happening. You know what I mean? And so your homie got killed, and you know, just life was life. And so, how did you deal, you know, in those situations? Like, what was your coping mechanism? How did you handle that during that time?
Like same thing with Q. Like it was like the bottle, you know what I'm saying, and just depression. My homeboy came my first year in Cleveland. My homeboy came and stayed with me the whole year. When we got back to East St. Louis, he died like a week later, got stabbed up in the projects. Like, and one of the big things too was being with like a losing organization at the time. Like I never lost as much in my life until I got to the NBA. And just being on a team that's not really fighting for nothing or even trying to make the playoffs or not being in that. Then going to Portland, my mom going through chemo and stuff, and me, not only that, I can't play because my body is like breaking down. So, you know, it was just a lot of depression, a lot of bottle nights, like you said, you know, drunk nights, just passing out. And then, you know, people dropping like flies. You just have to eventually wake up and just get through it. I think the biggest thing is just my kids, man. Wanting to just be there for my kids and just kind of create a legacy to leave them and not just like let them just not have nobody. Because I was so used to being the only child and just being by myself and just going in my own little space to having somebody that having kids that you're responsible for. It's just like, man, I can't leave my kids out to dry in this crazy world and what goes on in this world. But that was the biggest thing, man. Like I say, going through the stuff off the court, then coming into an organization that just, like, you know, every organization had they years where they're winning, but every time I win, it was always a rebuild. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a dark cloud over the organization. Like, even though we won a winning team, or we went on the other side of winning with the Clippers, that was still a build to get to winning. I get to Cleveland, like I get drafted to a team that won 18 games. I get traded to a team that won 18 games. You know what I'm saying? Then the next year I played, we won 18 games. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never experienced that much losing in my life, so that added on to the off the court depression of what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You can't even take your job serious. It's not even. It started to take the one love that you do got, or the one space that you do feel freely in. It's starting to take the love out of that. So now the whole landscape is just like messed up. But, you know, you live and you learn and you get through it.
That segment was so powerful because, like, a lot of times, you know, in our vulnerability, that's where we find strength, right? You know what I mean? And looking back on stuff in retrospect, you know, you can get outside of that situation and look back on it. The reason why I like having these kind of conversations is because on the front end for these guys, while they're in it for these guys, we want them to be able to learn from our experiences and some of the mistakes that we made from a wisdom standpoint. Like, it's like each one teach one. So I want to transition, man. Thank y'all so much for that segment. That shit was powerful.